Hi guys, it is 5 o'clock on the dot. If you are here and can see me and hear me, let me know. I'm waiting for my comments over here on the right side. I've got my iPad up here and I've got it's spinning for some reason. Our internet is so bad today. It's just terrible. So if for some reason it does not, I'm hoping my volume is up. If you can hear me okay, let me know. And yeah, we will get started in just a second. Like I say, I'm waiting for this. It's spinning. Our internet is so bad today. I don't know why. Yeah. I hope you guys are all having a great week and that you are looking forward to the weekend and some Halloween treats. I know I am. I don't need the treats, but I am looking forward to seeing the cute little ones and handing out the candy. That's always fun. We just got back from Salem, and so it is like Mardi Gras for Halloween there, and it was super fun. Tons of walking. I could people watch all day. And so, yeah, it's good to be home. I am in my new craft room and I love it in here. So one of my next videos will be a tour. I'm in a much smaller space, but I like it. Okay, so let's get started. I got a request on my blog about these little treat holders that I had made. And she had said, oh, I'd really like to see a video tutorial on how to make these. So I thought, okay, why not? I made them for all the ladies in my Bible study. This one says, you put a smile on my face, and it uses the really cute, too cute Halloween paper. And then they open really simply. You don't have to tear it all apart. And it's got a little Reese's peanut butter cup inside. And it holds the fun size. I still have quite a bit of room in here. I could probably get something larger in there. And then you just close it up and pinch it closed. You don't have to glue it, and it stays closed all by itself. So I did one today for Christmas. I thought, you could put a little treat in there too for Christmas. And I thought, I'll show you how to do this one since it's the big day on Sunday. So let me just set that off to the side. I'm going to show you how to do this one. It's the same thing. You could change it up for any holiday or birthdays, anything. It would be really cute. You could even put like a little dog treat in here and do something for someone's kitty cat or puppy with our cute Christmas paper that has all the animals on it, and it's just adorable. So I'm going to show you how to do this one today. Okay, I am starting with the Designer Series paper, Tidings of Christmas. This one has the pine trees on it. I thought I would change it up a little bit and use this pretty one. It's got the little sprigs of holly. Now for this project, I am using the Tidings and Trimmings. This is a beautiful stamp set, has a matching set of dies. I'm using the stocking out of it, this little stocking. And then I'm also going to show you a card that you could use also to make with it. So Tidings and Trimmings and Tidings of Christmas is the Designer Series paper. And then of course you can bundle the designer, not the Designer Series paper, the dies and the stamp set together and save 10%. Okay, so let me set this off to the side. I am going to use my cutter for this. You could use your scoreboard, whatever you've got on hand. We're going to do some scoring on this, and you're going to need a 6x6 sheet of Designer Series paper, and we're going to score this and make sure you have your cutting blade all the way down at the bottom and your scoring tool all the way up at the top, because you don't want to end up cutting your paper by mistake. Okay, So the measurements we're going to start scoring is at 2, 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 5 1/2. Okay, then we're going to turn our paper clockwise, and now we're going to score it at 1, 2, and these are inches. I'm in the US, if I didn't mention that. 4 inches and 5 inches. Okay, now I don't know if you're going to be able to see my score lines. It might be a little bit hard, but well, I guess you can see it on this side. I'll score it, I'll fold it this way. So you're just going to score and burnish on all of the lines. Make it good and crisp. You can kind of feel them if your paper has a pattern like mine does, making it kind of hard to see where you're scoring. Okay, so we're going to go this way now. Yeah, those little tiny prints are getting harder and harder for me to see. So I have to feel like with my hand. Okay, here's one. And then here is, where's that one? There it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a pair of scissors now. And we are going to cut, hold on, let me get my, why do I feel like I have a, okay. Maybe I'll do it from this side. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it from this side just so I can see what I am doing here. All right, so, where am I? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Where's my big piece? Oh, here it is. Gosh, mama, I am all turned around here. There we go. Okay, so back to the show. We're going to cut this first piece up to the first score line, and we're just going to remove that piece like so. I'm also going to notch it a little bit like that. We're going to cut the second, and we're going to cut this whole section out like so. I'm also going to notch this just a little bit. It just makes it neater. So you'll have this at the bottom, and then we're going to do the same thing up on the top. And I don't know why I feel like I did something wrong here. Oh, wait a minute. I scored at the wrong line. Did I? I did. That's okay. You know what? I'll still show you. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing up here. I can't see my score lines. Here it is. Darn it all. Okay. There we go. This is live TV, folks. All right. We're going to cut this section out as well, all the way over to here, to your second score line. Boy, I am just making a mess out of this, right? We're going to notch that just a skosh. We're going to cut up to the first score line, and we're going to cut these 2 boxes off up to that score line as well. And then we're going to notch that one a little bit. So you're going to have a piece that looks like this. Okay? And then you'll, decide which side you want. This is going to come along like this, and then Yeah, so this is my outside, so I'm going to leave it like this. This side is going to come over to here. So I want to put my tear and tape along this small section. And let's get that on there now, like so. I also like using green glue. I really like that. And we'll just bring this piece over, and you want to make sure to get as close to your line as possible so you don't have a wonky side box. Like so. And then give it a little rub. A little rub. Okay, so this is going to be the front of my box. I am also using our 3/4 punch. This is old and retired. You can use anything that you want. Ugh, now I can't get it in here. Come on. Oh, you little stinker. I should have done that before I closed it up. Let me see if I have something smaller than that. All right, well, I didn't do that. You're going to want to punch a little your circle there before you close it. My bad. And then on the bottom here, you're going to, what I like to do, I like to curl my pieces a little bit to give them some bend. And I'm going to put a piece of, where's my tear and tape? I'm going to put a little piece of tear and tape on this bottom part just to give it a little security and hold it tight there. You don't want anything to come out of the bottom, but it'll hold itself closed, which is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to push my sides in like so. And then I'm going to seal it. If you had a crimper, you could crimp this, and that would work too. I also like glue, the green glue, because that holds really tight. Okay, so what I would do is use green glue. Put your glue down here. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Put my green glue here because we don't want any funny little wonky openings. And I'm going to squeeze it closed, and I'm going to hold it in place with my little paper clip. Okay? So again, make sure you cut your little loop and you just go halfway down. Oh, I'm so bummed I can't get that in there. You just go halfway down with your punch and it'll make a little opening. My apologies for not recalling that. Okay. All right. And then we're going to do the same thing at the top here. Now I don't have any treats in this, but we're going to curve it, give it a little bend, and when you curve it, it will actually close on itself and stay closed. I have to let that one out. It will stay closed. Nothing's coming out of there. Isn't that fun? I love it. Okay, so let me just put this back on the bottom here to hold it tight. Now, I am using cherry cobbler. I'm also using a 2-inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch out one of those. I've gone ahead and I also punched out my white piece. So let's just attach that to the cherry cobbler. And then I'm going to bring my die cutting machine in, and we're going to stamp and die cut the little boot. So I'm going to put that right back in there. And oop, I hope that didn't kick me out. Sorry if it did. Okay, let's let me set this to the side here. Let's stamp our little stocking. I'm using Evening Evergreen. This goes with the paper pack. It's so pretty. Beautiful color. And I also, you'll see here in a moment, I also am using the, sorry again, guys, if that is knocking you guys out. I hope it's not. I'm going to use my little pad here. We're going to do that again. We're going to do that over. Sorry. Okay. So let's stamp this up with Evening Evergreen. It's a beautiful green. And it stamps so well. Crisp and clear. Oh, golly. Sorry. I've got a gal who doesn't know I'm on here and is texting me. My apologies, you guys. Okay. So here we go. Let's get our cutting done. We're going to run this through. And then I'm going to show you how to do a pretty card that could go with this too. Let me get my little stocking. We're going to be using our plate 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. I used to sing that to my daughter when she was little, when I would wake her up for school. There was a Sesame Street song. I don't know if you guys remember, but when she was little, it used to say like 1, 2, 3 little dolls in their little doll bed. Anyways, it's silly, but I used to sing it to her when I would wake her up in the morning. She'd wake up with a big grin on her face. That's so funny. Alrighty. So we have got, that is all the die cutting I'm doing for this little treat. And the beauty is the 6x6 paper works perfectly. Perfectly. And there is our little boot. I'm going to tear that off, throw it in the garbage. I try to keep my area clean while I work. Okay, so let's bring in our little box. We've got our little Santa stocking. Let's put some dimensionals on the back. Give that a pop. And then I'm going to pull those pop dots off of here. I'm using, this is a non-stamping up. I'm using this We Are Memory Keepers hole punch to punch a hole up here at the top. Use any hole punch that you have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, you know, a Stampin' Up one. And I'm going to put my little boot just off to the side a little bit. I'm using the matching coordinating ribbon. This is so pretty. I just love it. It is the Evening Evergreen. It's kind of a sheer and not sheer. It kind of has both. And let's see here. That should be about right. I'm going to tie a bow. And try to get this right? I don't have a treat in this box, so it's kind of smushing down. But if you have your treat in there, that's okay. Then it should give you a little more holding power. And we'll tie a nice bow. The ribbon just adds so much to all the projects. It's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And there you have a pretty little bow. I'm going to open this up so I can, there we go. Oh, it's so pretty. What pretty, pretty ribbon. Love it. And fluff and do what you like to do to your little bow. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to use the In Color rhinestones from the new 2122. I don't know why I love to put a rhinestone right at the tip of the stocking. And I'm going to put one, I'm just going to grab them, you guys, here, because I can't reach my pokey tool right now. So this works. And there you have it. That's how you make those cute little treat holders, treat boxes. And here is this one too. I just love this set. Love it, love it, love it. So there is that one. And then here is Halloween if you are looking to do Halloween ones. If you've still got, you still have a few days until, Sunday gets here for little trick-or-treaters if you want to do that. So I think these are darling. Again, you don't have to tear them apart to open them. They will open on their own and people can get their treats out just like so. So if they want to save it, because it's handmade by you and cute, and you can see here, you guys, that's where I did that little circle halfway that I forgot to do on that. So there you have it. There is Halloween and also some Christmas ideas for you. For this one that I just shared, again, I used the Tidings and Trimmings stamp set, and then I also used the coordinating dies. And these, if you bundle together, you can save 10%. So it's time to start thinking about the holidays and getting all these little goodies ready to go. So if you liked this, let me know in the comments and we will move on. I've got a card that I wanted to share with you also tonight. So yeah, I thought we would do a treat holder and then also a card. Okay, let me bring that over. I'm going to be using our double oval punch. This is an amazing punch. I really, really like it. This is the card I am going to share with you. I've got my goodies over here. Ooh, something just fell. Oh, my stamp. I don't know why that my Noel is kind of falling off there. Okay. All right. So let me get my goodies here. This again is using the same stamp set, Tidings and Trimmings. And it's just a beautiful card. I think sometimes simple can be the most elegant. And I love the traditional colors and it's really pretty. But you could crank these out very quickly. Very quickly. So we are going to be using, I've changed up my patterned paper here a little bit also. But this is 2.5. I'm using Sahara Sand, and this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut at 4 1/4. And when we fold that piece in half, you get a standard A2 size card. Let me move my pieces over there. This next piece is 2.5 by, hold the phone, I thought it was 5. Yep, 5 1/4. These I'm going to use to punch. And then this piece is 3 1/4 by 2. So let's get this down. Either side of this paper would be lovely. I really like this and plan on doing some more. I actually did a whole class at my house with this and it was really pretty. We did so many different designs with it. Lovely. I don't know where to put my card. There we go. All right, let's get this piece on here. Then we'll do our stamping. Now, I did go ahead to save time here and stamp my little stocking. We want this somewhat centered, but up a tad to the top because our sentiment is going to go down here at the bottom. Okay, so somewhat centered on the card and to the top. Okay, so to save a little bit of time, I did go ahead and stamp my little boot. For the inside, our greeting is saying today, it says, it's a wonderful, I'm going to put this one up to the top. It's the most wonderful time of year, and it certainly is, although I love fall too. And then let's stamp. Let's let that dry for a second. We're going to take our Noel and we're going to stamp that as well on a scratch piece. And let's do it right about there. You have to kind of think about it before you stamp, you know, where you stamp, because you have to remember that your punch has to slide in. And I'm also going to be doing it's going to take a lot of time, but when it's done, it'll be fantastic. I want to do a book that I can punch in, and then I'll have all my punches ready and I can just hold them up. This is Evening Evergreen cardstock, by the way. I can hold them up and see what punches will fit together. I love this double oval. It is so pretty. So see, you get an extra one that goes in my scrap box, and then I have the Noel. So let's get that adhered. And the font on this Noel is super duper pretty. Super pretty. Very elegant. Okay. All right, so I think I'm a little bit cattywampus. Am I cattywampus? Let's bring our card in and adhere our inside panel. The ink should be nice and dry. I'm dressing up as Cinderella's fairy godmother on Halloween. We sit out on our porch, and we again are going to we have a long chute that shoots the candy down for the kids to the table. So we are going to be doing that again. And just for safety reasons, you know, you just can't assume everybody's healthy or everybody can get, you know, vaccinated. So we thought, let's just do it again and shoot it down to the kiddos. Then there's no problem. And so when we were in Salem earlier this week, I dressed up as Cinderella's fairy godmother, and it was really cute. The kids were, you know, it can get pretty goth and scary, and so it was really fun when a little girl said, "Oh, Mom, it's Cinderella's fairy godmother." I was so happy. I was so happy. Yeah. So I'm just putting some pop dots on the back of the Noel, and this card is a wrap, you guys. So it's very simple. You could crank a ton of these out and have them done in no time. So here is the one that I just did. Here is the one I did earlier. I used the same paper pack. Again, it's Tidings of Christmas. And, you know, just play with your pattern papers, and it's the most wonderful time of year on the inside. And then here are the treat holders. And thank you. I can't recall the woman's name that reached out to me on my blog and said, hey, would you be willing to do a tutorial on making these little treat holders? So thank you, and I did respond to you. So yeah, and then here is a Halloween one. If you're looking to do one for Halloween, you still have a little bit of time. So I hope that gives you some ideas. Thank you so much for visiting the Happy Stamper. I love doing these Facebook Lives. I am going to try to upload this and make it into a YouTube video so people can watch it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them for you. And have a very happy Halloween. And before you know it, it's time to really start thinking about Halloween projects, gifts especially. You know, I can tell you, being married to a UPS man, there's going to be challenges in the network. So I'm all for making homemade gifts and have lots of ideas. So I hope you'll join me for future videos. And as always, great big hugs from me to you. Have a wonderful Halloween, you guys. Enjoy all the littles, and I'll see you in my next video. And let me know too if you're interested in playing bingo. I'll have some little prizes. All right, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.